In every relationship, there comes a moment that tests the strength and resilience of the bond between two people. It's not always the grand gestures that define us, but often it's how we navigate the stormy waters of miscommunication and hurt feelings that truly shapes our journey together. Today, I want to share a story from my own life, a moment that left me questioning, reflecting, and ultimately learning about the complexities of love and partnership. This story begins on a day like any other, except my husband came home from work early, visibly frustrated and not feeling well. Working from home, I greeted him, concerned and curious about his early return. When he mentioned he hadn't been feeling well, I offhandedly suggested that maybe staying out late to watch the Northern Lights earlier in the week had taken its toll, implying that lack of sleep could be a contributing factor. To my surprise, my words did not land as intended. Instead, they sparked an unexpected and intense reaction. My husband lost his temper, accusing me of blaming him for being sick, of not caring, and of being unsupportive. I was taken aback. My intention was to express concern, not to assign blame or dismiss his feelings. I tried to explain this, but the damage was done. He retreated to his home office, slamming the door behind him. But the storm hadn't passed. Minutes later, he emerged, more agitated than before, declaring his life miserable, expressing feelings of loneliness and a sense that no one truly cared about him. It was a heart-wrenching escalation that I couldn't have anticipated. Despite my efforts to reassure him, to let him know I was there, and that I deeply cared, my words seemed to fall on deaf ears. The next morning, the air between us felt different, as if the intense outburst from the night before had never happened. He carried on as usual, but I found myself stuck, unable to move past the words that had been hurled between us. It's important to note that we've been together for 14 years, and like any long-term relationship, we've had our share of ups and downs. But this felt different, and it left me pondering deeply on the dynamics of our bond. In reflecting on this incident, I realized that my husband's outburst wasn't solely about my comment or his physical health. After giving each other some space and time, we talked it out. It turned out that work stress and a problematic coworker had been weighing heavily on him, exacerbating his reaction to my offhand remark. Understanding the root of the issue didn't erase the hurt, but it provided context that was critical for us to begin healing and moving forward. In an attempt to mend fences and reconnect, I decided to do something special. I went to the store and got all the ingredients to make his favorite dinner: homemade pizza and pizza fries with a homemade dipping sauce. It's a small gesture, but it was my way of saying I'm here, I care, and I'm willing to work through this together. As we sat down to enjoy the meal, we each apologized in our own ways, acknowledging our part in the misunderstanding and the hurt it caused. This experience taught me that communication in a relationship is more than just the words we say. It's about the timing, the context, and the emotional state we're in when we say them. It also reminded me that being open to understanding and forgiving each other's imperfections is what strengthens our bond. So I turn to you, the viewer, with an open question. Have you ever found yourself in a similar situation where miscommunication led to unexpected conflict? How did you navigate through it, and what did it teach you about the intricacies of relationships? Sharing our experiences can be a powerful way to heal, to learn, and to connect. I look forward to hearing your stories and reflections. Together, we can support each other in navigating the beautiful, sometimes challenging journey of love and partnership.